because I've never actually used anything this amazing when it comes to foundation, and ever since I've gotten it about 3 months ago, I have not stopped using it. All I want to reach for when I do my foundation is this foundation. Hey everyone! Thank you for joining me on my channel today as I share with you my favorite foundation of 2020. Now, I know we're only halfway through 2020, but I'm so confident and so in love with this foundation that I'm pretty sure by the end of 2020, I will still tell you the same thing, that it is my favorite foundation of all time. Here it is. My Holy Grail foundation is the foundation stick by Hourglass. So first things first, packaging and formula. I have never used a foundation that comes in a stick like this. I mean, I've used liquid foundations, I've used powder foundations, I've used cushion foundations, just never a foundation stick. When you open it up, it looks like this, and it looks like a solid, but I assure you, when it goes on your skin, it blends like silk. It requires no technique whatsoever. You don't need any special technique. So when I purchased this foundation, I was thinking of getting the brush that Hourglass sells separately to apply this foundation with. However, at the time it was out of stock. So I ended up just getting this foundation, and I used my own brush that I already have for years. This one is a synthetic bristled one, and you see how effortless and how seamlessly it blends. I have normal skin, but I can get very oily on my chin because that is where I get blemishes a lot. And I found that with this foundation, it wears so well that it will suit normal skin to oily skin. If you do have oily skin, do not worry, because this foundation did not break me out at all. So you know, with some foundation, I feel like they can clog your pores or like make you break out. I had no problems whatsoever with this foundation. In fact, whatever blemishes that I have on my chin right now, it just covers it up like so seamlessly, and I didn't even apply that much. As a general habit, when I apply my foundation, I don't normally apply the foundation to my whole face, just because I don't really prefer the full face of foundation look. What I normally do is apply the foundation on the center of my face, focusing on the blemishes on my chin, and then using the brush to blend outwards, because I find that that gives me the coverage that I need, as well as make me look natural. Like, you know, it looks like you're not trying to cover up your skin completely. In terms of shade range, whether you have light skin tone, medium skin tone, or dark skin tone, you have nothing to worry about, because this foundation comes in a wide variety of shade range that suits any skin tones. And I bought this foundation online, so before purchasing and selecting on the color that I think will best suit me, I did a lot of research on color swatches to find out which one would, you know, actually work for me. So as I've mentioned before, that when I apply foundation, I don't really like to apply it to the whole face. I like to focus on the center of my face, and because of this, I like to select the foundation shade that is one shade lighter than my original skin color, so that it brightens up my complexion when, you know, when it's on my face. So in the end, I went for the shade Linen, which is a warm tone, light color, and I couldn't be happier with this color, because it just melts into my skin perfectly. I can't see any lines or seams. It is the perfect match for me. I would say I am so impressed by the wear time of this foundation, because it's lasted me the whole day. I would say the longest I've worn it is probably 8 to 10 hours, depending on my work time. And I always set this foundation with my Hourglass powder. This is in shade Diffuse Light. This is actually a repurchase. This is probably my third one, because it is just so good. As you can see, I am a fan of complexion products by Hourglass, and I can totally recommend, you know, these two products to you. I know this video is about foundations, but to set your makeup, select this one and you will not go wrong. It comes in a few different shades, but if you have similar, I would say sort of like light to medium skin tone like me, Diffuse Light would work amazing on you. Now on to coverage. I would say this foundation is 100% medium coverage. However, if you prefer or require full coverage, it is buildable without any issues, just because it is, I don't know, it covers, but it is so light. Does that even make sense? Okay, before I end this video, I also want to mention a huge factor why I love this foundation so much is because it is so convenient to travel with for touch-up. You know, if you're out and about, you can just throw it in your bag. And okay, this is my previous Holy Grail foundation, one that I've purchased a few times already. It is the Luminous Silk Foundation by Armani. I guess I still love it, but compared to the Hourglass foundation stick, it just seemed, I don't know, it just seemed like a lot of hassle. So what I used to do with this, you know, pump it on the back of your hands and then work it with a brush. But with the Hourglass, there is no need to. You just apply it onto your face straight away and then blend it out with a brush. And this is just a lot easier to travel with, and it's not messy. You don't have to be left with foundation residues on your hands. You know, you get what I mean? So yeah, so I feel like I pretty much shared all the reasons why I love this foundation so much. I hope you find this useful, and honestly, I can't say anything more except that every woman needs to know about this foundation because it is life-changing. Thank you so much for watching.